They're so freaking terrible. And I saw that post up there say Caleb Williams was playing like he did not want to get drafted by the Bears. That's funny to me.
Missouri beat Kentucky.
Hey,
what's up? Live from the.
What's up, Jason from the warehouse?
From the warehouse.
He's still in the warehouse. It's still there. He don't pay no. He ain't pay, the building paid for now. He just paying taxes.
I was gonna say you should be upgrading now.
I'm about to say the building 10 years. Look, the building 10 years old, so hopefully it's paid for now.
Getting paid from the Netflix.
Who's just paying property tax, man?
There you go. Bro. That's it. Property tax, bro.
Man, what's going on, Cuzzo?
Ain't nothing much, bro. Just your boy birthday today. I just hit him up on Facebook. Boyd, man, Pookie.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Yeah, I hit him up.
I don't want to hog up the airtime, but I did text you.
Oh, you did?
Remember I texted you?
Oh, yeah. Hold on here. I forgot. I kind of.
What's up, Winnie?
I forgot about that.
What's up, Jason? How you doing?
I was so upset.
Nah, you good, man. You good. We can get into it, man. I'll let you take the lead, man. I'm gonna take a step back this weekend because it was one of the most weird football weekends I've ever seen. So
I agree.
Go ahead, tell him what you text me, man. Go ahead, tell him. Dion was mad, boy. He was hot.
I was upset because I felt like Brian Dable. Man, listen. I know Tyrod held his composure, but brother, you would not be in my face.
Oh yeah, the Giants, man.
You would not be in my face after you gave me. After the order came into my helmet, the play called.
Right.
And now you're in my face?
And you know the play came in, it must have came in with an option, and people got muscle memory. I mean,
come on.
That's
your inept coaching staff. Don't man, please.
Right. Don't give me the option if you don't want me to use it.
Exactly. And now you're in my face because I chose an option? Because I picked one?
And that's a habit. I mean, not a habit, but we done seen this a couple times now. So this ain't no heat of the moment passion thing. This is his personality, dude. And I'm not gonna be surprised if we're gonna see maybe not a Latrell Sprewell kind of thing, but it's gonna be something at one point where he gonna roll up in the wrong person's face on that team.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's only like that when they're losing. He wasn't like this last season.
I agree.
Right.
He wasn't like this last season when he won Coach of the Year, and they were winning, even though. And that's the thing, they were winning last year, and they shouldn't have been. Like y'all weren't good last year. You weren't good last year because it's the exact same team, but because you won, now you mad that y'all done paid Daniel Jones, and he's trash.
So Brian Daboll ain't that good. He's not that good of a coach.
It's the coaching staff and all, Jason. I mean, it's all of them, man. It's all, what I saw was I put that on all of them. That game was poorly called.
Yeah, it's just like that's like what they did with our Browns rookie the other week. Set him up to fail.
Yeah.
It was a last minute call, but they ain't changed for nothing. They just let him run the Deshaun Watson package, and it's like.
And look, Deshaun Watson ain't even running that package well. What did they think the rookie was gonna do? Deshaun Watson struggling with that package right there.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
There is that.
They should have ran the Pete Dukes package, hand the ball off every single damn play.
Don't get me started about running the ball. Don't get me started.
Oh yeah, we'll get. I know where you want to go with that, but yeah, coaches, man. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
It's just a lot of things. If you're getting paid a certain amount. I mean, pretty penny to call a decent game. How about this? And to be creative, how about you line up like it's gonna be the tush push or whatever, and then maybe dump it to the tight end. That's
been done this year. Yeah. I'm going back to the poor coaching because I would tell you right now. I don't care what nobody say. Last night's Los Angeles Chargers game was two of the worst coaching fiascos. And what I mean by that is it's not necessarily the play calling, but just do they even teach discipline? How many penalties was in that damn game?
So many flags.
Snap penalties, holdings, tugging, headshots. Like every single penalty in the book got called in that game last night.
And every man downfield. Yeah, and eligible man downfield. Didn't that get taught like 2-3 times?
3 times. Like, both teams. What?
But
right. I was like, what are we doing?
Dudes lining up all sides on offense. Like,
it's your play. Why don't you know where you're supposed to be?
Like every third play, penalty. Dudes who somebody had 30 inches holding. Now 11. Like, this game is hard to watch. I had to watch it because it's all about fantasy football, and I had Herbert. I had to watch that game all the way to the end, man. But that game last night.
The thing about one of the penalties that they really got to stop. They got to look at it. The roughing the passer.
Oh, well.
The roughing the passer. The quarterback is falling back, throwing the ball. He's expecting to be hit.
Yeah.
These guys don't touch him. I mean, they may get him on the arm, and he falls down, and it's roughing the passer. I saw so many roughing the passer calls that really shouldn't have been.
I know.
And
that's
if you have replay, why can't you replay it? I'm just saying, if you have replay, we have replay. Look at the play again and pick the damn flag up, man.
That's a good point. Actually, you're gonna use replay, you're gonna use it for that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes watch the play again and be like, oh, we missed it. Let me throw the flag. Because sometimes there's roughing the pass and you be like, so you're not gonna call that. You're not gonna call that one.
Or a pass interference with the Saints. Let's do a replay real quick. Let's get
it right. Let's get this right.
Right. Because people are always like, you don't want to slow down the game. I promise you, as long as it don't take you 20 minutes, because sometimes they take too long at the camera, and I'm like, it's not that complicated, y'all.
Yeah.
Like this, it's a catch. Or
there was one last night. Yeah.
Look, let's just call it what it is. Look, Dallas is a good football team. They still trying to figure out this identity on offense.
Yeah.
Defense is kind of front. They're in the lead. They can play well. Michael Parsons made a play last night. Give him his credit. He made a play.
He had a long night too.
Yeah, he had a long night, but man, look, it's getting really, really difficult. And I know this, but I gotta know if Brandon Staley has something on the owner, like some information, some dirt. This dude is horrible. There is no way that offense should be struggling like that. But he's not an offensive-minded coach. So I'm like, what? Here's the thing. Just 2 years ago, we were talking about if Tua was a bust and Herbert was the man. That's totally flipped. I'm not saying Herbert's a bust, but we definitely ain't looking at Herbert in the same eyes as we are looking at what Tua's doing. And that is a direct result of getting more talent and a coach.
Yes.
A coach. I don't care about them Phillies. Stop cheering. Stop it.
Home run, baby. 3-0 Phillies.
I'm about to say that's what they've been doing. We'll get into that, man.
Another home run, baby. 3-0 Phillies.
That's all they do. But anyway, I'm just saying Tua has gotten a couple more weapons. He got a Matt Sanchez at coach, and this dude is out here balling. You see Herbert with just as much talent, if not more. Got all the measurements, and they struggle to get 20. To get 20 points. I'm like, and it's not like you don't have weapons. So I don't know what Brandon Staley got on the management or something, but that dude, they're gonna waste Herbert's talent. They're gonna waste that man's talent.
I also need you to just know situational football because it's 10-10. And I get it. You are on the 1 yard line in the end zone, but it's 10-10 and points have come at a premium. And you needed to, if you would have kicked that field goal and taken that lead, you have now put a different level of pressure on Dak and the Cowboys. Even though it's 3 points, you have flipped the pressure scale. Don't go for that. Kick the field goal. Take the points at that point and take the lead. Because now, I promise you, I've seen it enough to know Dak Prescott is immediately going to start pressing. Now you're getting a turnover.
I challenge people to pay attention to Dak Prescott more. I thought when he first got in the league, I saw talent with him. I saw his arm strength, but Dak winds up like it's a Hail Mary every time to throw a ball that's maybe 15, 20 yards.
Yeah.
That's
it's
true.
horrible, man.
It's not
horrible.
True classic drop back kind of.
Yeah,
he definitely doesn't have the quote unquote quick release. It's yeah. I get
what you're
saying.
I don't see that accuracy anymore. I really don't. You shouldn't have to wind up like that. I mean, just get the ball to him.
Yeah, they was talking about Brandon Cooks finally showed up. I said they finally started throwing to him. What are you talking about?
Right.
I mean, the dude is open. I mean, obviously Brandon Cooks is actually pretty good. I mean, every team he gets shipped around like
I don't understand why he
some used luggage, but yeah, but he always comes up. If you throw the ball to him, he'll get you 1,000 yards. He'll get you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they finally decided to start listening to Rex Ryan because Rex Ryan was screaming about Brandon Cooks for about the past 3 weeks, and so finally
you brought him there, you paid him, like. Use them,
right? I was like,
and stop trying to make Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is a third string, wide receiver 5 in fantasy. He is not. Stop trying to make this man a number 2. Brandon Cooks got skills. You need to use.
But something must be going on why he keeps getting traded. Like if he has all this speed, he's got all these hands. Like how is he always the one that's been getting traded? Something's off.
I know early in his career, he got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the first few years he was getting hurt and he was missing games. But the last 4 or 5 years, think about it. He's played on a couple of teams, especially with the Texans, and he's been solid. He's been legit.
And he's finished the season.
Right. And he's actually been finishing the season.
I feel like nobody wants to pay him. I mean, and now he's getting older, but I feel like nobody wants to pay him that big contract that they would need to pay him to keep him for an extended period of time.
Yeah, man. I guess we could talk about the elephant in the room, the Browns and who the Browns? They beat
the 49ers. They beat Brock Purdy.
49ers. Hey.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Behind.
Them boys, they are
got in there behind.
When did the injuries happen? Because when did McCaffrey get hurt? I didn't see
McCaffrey and Debo went out in the first quarter.
That's the problem.
I thought Debo went out in the first and McCaffrey was out like towards the end of the second. It don't matter.
Even before then, like the Browns defense, because again, Brock got uncomfortable because, like I said, that pass rush, he has a problem with it. And when Pete asked me last week, he's like, who else can do it other than the Eagles? But I didn't realize that they were playing the Browns.
I didn't realize the Browns were going to do it like that. I'll take that one.
Jim Schwartz.
I knew they was terrorizing.
Like I said, I didn't realize they were playing the Browns. But had I known they were playing the Browns, I would definitely said the Browns. Because what Jim Schwartz is going to do is send them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Look,
he gonna send them. He gonna send them often.
But I would make an argument that a lot of quarterbacks, and I'm not defending Brock Purdy. He didn't have a great game, but I'm just saying the way that they were playing defense yesterday,
it would have been hard for anyone.
Problems yesterday. They might have gave Tua some problems yesterday. I mean,
they've been playing like that. They've been playing like that.
That was scary.
Other than the one game, they've been playing like that with their hair on fire the whole way through.
Yeah, if they can get some help with the offense, y'all might actually be something.
Yeah, because everybody's out.
Like in the top 3 with defense.
Probably so.
Well, Jason, hey, what did you pay attention to? You guys' defense?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is that for real quick, everybody's saying like who was out on the 49ers. The Browns lost Nick Chubb.
No.
All pro Joe Bitonio was out, and Deshaun Watson wasn't playing. So we had some cats out too. So
yeah.
You know, people keep saying, well, McCaffrey and Debo are out. Well, dang, Nick Chubb, the baddest dude.
Everybody on this call right now understands that it would not have the way that they played on Sunday. That defense, it would not have mattered.
There are certain games you watch. The Browns were gonna win that game.
You know.
Yeah.
Just like when the Dolphins was putting up 70, they said it was the Broncos defense, but the way they were rolling, they would at least put up 40 against a lot of other teams. At least 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 45, because that's just that defense was hell on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean the secondary was doing a great job, and the pass rush and the push from the defensive line was phenomenal. And then Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah was playing like
he was
all over the place. Yeah, they finally started playing him more like Palomalu than trying to make him into a traditional linebacker.
Bringing him up, and just letting him freestyle a little bit. I saw that.
He's not big enough to just be a traditional linebacker, but he's bigger than a DB. So you just got to let him do Palomalu. Just let him roam. Strong safety, rover back.
Now I will say this. They missed kicks away from winning the game. But winning the game again with you don't have your starters in Cleveland, right? So you can't really gauge what's really what.
Right.
We know what happened. We saw what happened, and the reason why the game was close is because of that defense. But I'm you watching the kickers like all you paid to do is one thing, bro.
Don't give me
one thing.
Do not get me started on.
It was almost like he felt the pass rush. He thought Myles Garrett was coming after him on the kick. Like, you paid to do one thing. Just put the ball right there.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man.
The funny thing is that the Browns finally won that game. They usually lose that game.
They usually lose games.
And we finally won that game. And I'm telling you, everybody in Cleveland was just like, "Are we gonna lose on this for real?"
Nah, y'all deserve that. Y'all deserve him to miss that.
That kick went wide right. Everybody was expecting that to go.
Man, I hate kickers. I don't like kickers. I don't like. And I'm gonna tell you something. No, because you guys may not know. No, y'all, you may not know, but in practice, you don't see him.
Right.
Until the end of the practice.
You told me that before. You told me that. Yeah. Like people say it on TV, but you told me that. I was like, yeah.
Man, you don't see him. It's like
they do their own thing.
What are you doing all day? What are you doing for 21 periods? While we out here going through inside drill and blitz pickup and all these other drills, you supposed to be kicking, man.
You supposed to be kicking.
Blitz pickup.
Kicking the whole time. That's it. Just kicking the whole time.
Wear it out.
I'm with you.
He said blitz pickup and all this. What y'all did?
But let me just say,
not going to meeting rooms. They ain't even going to the meetings either.
Dion might be onto something because all I know is, as much as I love my kicker, shout out to Jake Elliott. But dude, and they always laugh at me. I was like, he gonna miss one kick a game, and they're like, Lenise. And so this year they started paying attention. At the beginning of the season, I was like, he gonna miss one a game, and so and if he misses one in the first or second quarter, I'm like, good. Like everybody be upset, I be like, no, I'm good. And they're like, why are you good? I was like, because he got it out the way. If he hasn't missed one, we get to the third and fourth quarter when we need him.
Now you're nervous.
I'm nervous.
From high school to college,
that's all they do is kick the ball.
From high school to NFL. It's the same thing, man. They always
kicks.
From on every level.
Then keep your job. And then keep your job.
And it's right. Because I actually got into an argument on Instagram with somebody who was trying to tell me that Jake Elliott was better than David Akers. And I was like, absolutely not. I said, because Jake Elliott gonna miss a kick every game. David Akers would never.
That wasn't David Akers' memo wasn't missing. He ain't missing.
No, he ain't never missed nothing.
He's supposed to make. He ain't missing one.
Green Acres.
He'll miss a 55-yarder here and there, or 52-yarder, but he ain't missing nothing under 50.
Now the long distance field goals, I know that's hard. I can't do that, and I can't do the easier. But under 50, come on, 25.
You're. If you really think about it, most of the time, you sign kickers to hit those, hit the ones under 50.
Under 50, man.
We'll make a business decision with the ones above 50 and other, right? We're gonna make a business decision depending on the situation. At the end of the half, we ain't got nothing to lose. Take one, okay. If I get you within 50 and below, I should be able to walk off the field with my helmet in the air like this. I should not have to worry about you. If you come on down. I'm like, anyway, man.
It's the 35-yarders that get me. The 25-yarders and the 35-yarders. Right. I'm like, man.
But Lenise, I'm gonna let you have the floor. You tell me, was it just injuries for your Eagles? I mean, you tell me what happened with them. Because, I mean, a team is going to lose a game here and there, but I want you to tell me what happened.
Let me start by saying I did not anticipate we were going undefeated. At no point. I did, however, think we were going to beat the Jets.
About shout out to the 72 Dolphins, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, good. Good.
And I will say, I had a little bit of angst because literally, like, we had Bradbury and Slay in the secondary, and then a bunch of backups, and then, we had Blankenship at safety, but he was still like backup. He wasn't a starter, but he's a starter now because of injuries in our secondary. And then Slay wasn't playing, and I was like, ugh. And I said, well, in my mind, I was like, it's Zach Wilson, not Aaron Rodgers. We're okay. Because Zach Wilson wasn't going to carve up the secondary with the pass rush coming. And he didn't. That pass rush did its job. The secondary was okay. Their pass rush, because it's the number 2 defense, when Lane Johnson went down, everybody had heartache because Driscoll, we had seen him 3 games last season when Lane got hurt. And Driscoll, let me just say, I know he was a rookie last year. This is 2nd season. Oh boy, it's trash. Like, dude gets on the O-line and is like, Olay, just letting people run through. Coming at Jalen's neck. So when Lane went down, we were like, okay, this gonna make it a little longer of a bit of a game, but we're okay. My kicker missed the kick. It was a calamity error. It was a perfect storm.
You all over the place, poor thing.
Because it was a perfect storm. It was a calamity error. It was a perfect storm. We had injuries in the secondary. We had the big injury on the O-line. And my OC, who I do like, all of a sudden was like, we got the lead. And at 4th and 8, go for it with a run play. Don't throw the ball. If we'd have ran for it at 4th and 8 and not gotten the first down,
he hurt.
I am not.
That's why I wanted to get it out.
You're not going to tell me that Zach Wilson going to drag my defense down the field for a game-winning drive.
Lenise, you sound like you leaving a voicemail for the...
Frustrated, man. Frustrated.
And you know what, Lenise? So I wanted you to get that out your system a little bit, because the thing I've started to notice, and it applies to Jalen, it applies to what Dak has done and did, applies to Herbert, what I saw him doing, a couple other games I was watching. These OCs, like you say, situational football. Some of these quarterbacks are not. And I'm not saying Jalen, you know Jalen, he's good. We know he's good. But but see, this is the thing. You can be good and still be young. He's still, what, 3rd year?
This is his 3rd year.
Right, 3rd year actually playing football.
Year, right? And this is only his 2nd year starting.
And the point I'm getting to is some of these quarterbacks, even like, they still have I want to call it like hero mentality. But you gotta coach them in that situation and coach it in them to say, throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. I saw Herbert do all this, and I'm like, throw the ball away. Throw the ball away.
Yeah,
throw the ball away. And that ball comes out, I'm like, oh my God.
Even if the coach calls that pass and play,
take it down.
You can't throw that ball into double coverage.
And let me transition into, you better get yourself together for next week.
Well, listen, here's the problem. I don't know what's coming. First of all, it's not even that. We don't have anybody to stop y'all.
Which means y'all got to score.
I think we can
and
score.
Miami,
but at some point, we got to be able to stop y'all. And we don't have anybody in the secondary to keep up with you because everybody is a backup. I don't know if Slay's back this week. And so it's still just Bradbury. And legit, when Blankenship went down Sunday, when he went out with the rib injury, I was like, my boy, that he knows the roster off the top of his head, all 52 men. He is on it. When Blankenship went down, I said, "Who's the next safety to come in?" He was like, "I don't know that we have anybody else." Like he was just like, "I don't know that we got a safety back there."
Look,
we already had the backup to the backup safety in because the other safety was hurt.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then Howie signs Julio today, sir. Can you get me a safety?
You signed who?
We signed Julio Jones today?
The wide receiver?
Yeah, just another. Yeah. All I'm saying is, I'm not bragging on the Dolphins, like, but I'm just saying, if there's ever a time for y'all to get your offense together, it's gonna be that game. Because I didn't even realize we played y'all this year. I was like, oh
yeah, because
let's do this. But yeah, hey Jay, we was talking last week, man, about the Lions, man, biting kneecaps and gunpowder in the oatmeal.
Hey, the gym teacher got these dudes 5-1.
Again, the gunpowder worked again this week. I'm scared. I know it may. It could be one of those runs that just happens and team just get. I'm scared to play them dudes. I would not play dudes on my schedule right now.
Yeah, watch out. Who want a test match? I'm telling you,
I mean, from an X and O standpoint, there's a lot of ways that they've shown that they can play. You know what I'm saying? They can play up tempo, they can play down tempo, they can, to your point, Lanice, situational. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball, throw the ball. When they call the throws, they doing a lot of play action, which is what Jared Goff is, what he's built for. I mean, he's slinging that thing all around the yard, and then the defense, like.
Yeah, and their offense is still making plays, even though they've got key players out on injury.
Right. So that tells you what, Dion, a coach, somebody's actually coaching them. The players that they have.
Yep, they're using what they have, and they're getting some good. The coaches are putting them in the right place to get things done, and and to run the defense well and run the offense well. That's all you need. And looking at their schedule, they have a decent chance to kind of have I think they're going to have a good season. Just glancing at their schedule right now, the Ravens, that's going to be a tough game. The Raiders, I don't see a problem there. Chargers, I don't see a problem. Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos.
They can mess around and win 14 games looking at that schedule.
They can
win 14 games. And if they win 14 and that's good enough, could you imagine a scenario? Yeah. I know the Eagles are still there. 49ers will be okay. But could you imagine a scenario if the Detroit Lions got the 1 seed?
Wow. It could happen.
And have a playoff game in Detroit in like the last 30 years or whatever it is.
Could be this year.
But I could, because that's just like I said. That's like I said week 1. Before they were we think we can win, but we didn't win. And then when they beat Kansas City, it was like, oh, we're not supposed to win, but we believe it, and we actually did it. They're going to be a problem because their mindset has shifted.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not going to blow them up and say they're the Super Bowl favorites or anything. I'm just saying, you just don't want to play.
It's impressive,
you don't want to sleep. You don't want to go into that game sleep. Because think about it, their only loss, the overtime loss to Seattle. I was seeing some highlights and watching a little bit of that Texans game, man. Look, because I had to play the Saints defense this weekend in my fantasy, and I was scared because I'm like, I was literally petrified.
But the Saints defense has been good this year.
But they were going against the Texans. Do you realize that Stroud has thrown 2 touchdowns in every game this season?
Oh, I
except the first game. Take the first game out. The last spot, he's thrown like 2 touchdowns and for like 250 every game. And they put up at least 20 to 25 points every game. So I'm thinking to myself, and he was out there, man, they showed clips. They showed highlights of this kid. You cannot tell based on his body, his posture, the way he's responding, the way he looks at defenses. You can see his head actually doing this.
Like you
can literally see his head do this in every play. I'm like, this kid's got it. He's got it. I'm telling you. And then, like I said, Nico Collins, where the hell did he come from? Like, this dude out here putting up numbers. He on a pace for like 1,500 yards. Like,
but they're not winning games.
They won this weekend against Derek Carr.
It just came out bad. It came out looking bad. I'm sorry. I think that's why, a lot of people are not really checking for him because new head coach, first year preseason looked horrible, and going into the season,
Hey, actually, you are officially, officially a former Texan, aren't you? Officially Texan.
Very, very.
Very. Drink
one
a
month.
Drink of coffee. A drink of coffee. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I can tell you the coffee isn't that bad. It really is.
The coffee there's not that bad.
I forgot that you did go out. You was down there for like what, practice squad or like the preseason and everything.
No, it was a tip. It was.
My bad, man.
The coffee's not that bad.
But we didn't have any expectations from the Texans. I'm not saying okay they're right. I'm just saying watching them play. Yeah. That's the type of game you went into thinking that's a win. Like coming into the season, you're thinking that's a win. That's on my schedule. That's a win.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the same.
Stroud didn't get hurt, right? He's fine. He's all right.
He's fine.
Okay,
yeah, he's fine. He didn't get hurt. It was Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, he got hurt. He's out for like he's out like 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks.
They said 4 to 5 weeks and could be out for the season.
So could you get to the home plate? Why are you jogging?
There she go.
Is it still bottom of the 6 or the top of the 7?
Sorry, it's the bottom of the 7. We just brought in two more runs. But dude was coming around the base all light and jogging. I was like, hey, didn't nobody knock that out the park? You're going to need to actually get to the base.
Jason, I'm hating.
But just so you know.
I'm rooting for that. The Astros still in it. I'm rooting for the Astros.
Listen, just so you know, we dragging them. It's 8-0 Philly.
Look, Philly is tough. Ain't nobody. Look, Philly is tough. They got all the momentum and they tough. Ain't nobody. Look, they gonna make it back. They just gotta win it. You gotta win. You can't just keep getting there. You gotta win one. You gotta win.
But that's been their season motto all season long was unfinished business. That's PH in the finish, by the way, not an F.
Here we go.
Unfinished business.
Here we go.
Bryce Harper needed a title. I gotta give him. I like him. He plays hard. He says it with his chest all the time. I mean, he just plays. He just plays. But what they have done with the whole timing thing, they have sped the game up way faster. Even though it doesn't feel like a lot, it's like it feels like an hour less.
Yeah.
But it's only like about 30 minutes. But they said attendance is up.
Yeah.
Ratings are up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And would you now people starting at second base, I'm like, come on now. That's some T-ball stuff right there. But
yeah. That's true.
But for them to just change the timing on the pitcher, that's the only thing they did, and everything just fell into place after that. I mean,
I thought it was genius. I loved it. It's fun. It's fun though to watch the game, man. I mean, like, my girl, she's a Seattle Mariners, and man, I love their crowd. They count it down 5, 4,
like a basketball shot clock.
Yes. It's wild, man. I think the fans have really embraced it. Like, it's good for baseball, man. I mean,
I was talking to Pete the other day, and we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I used to hate to try to watch baseball on television because
long.
Because like they would block out 4 hours, and you could easily go over by like an hour to almost 2 hours from the 4 or 5 that they blocked out on the TV. When you're looking at it, and I was like, yeah, I used to never watch this stuff. I would turn and be like, what's the score? Okay, we'll come back later. Y'all still just in the third, huh? It's like I was like, I'm not watching that. But now, even just watching the playoffs, I look up and be like, oh, we in the 7th already? Oh, okay, that went fast. Like, it's kicking through.
Think about it. I mean, think about it, though. Back in the day, traditionally, you think about it, you watching a 3.5-hour game, and they play 160 games.
Yeah.
You don't even get a chance. Like me, Jay, we played, right? We played baseball for years, right? Love the game. I'm ready. I'm got my glove. I'm putting my oil in my glove. I'm getting it shaped up. I'm ready to hit. I'm out there catching. I'm in the dirt. I'm practicing on grass. I'm doing whatever. I love baseball. I ain't trying to watch baseball 160 games, 3.5 hours a clip. No, just ain't trying to do that.
Like y'all said,
do that. Gloves ain't gonna be able to do it. Like that's a long damn time with a lot of games.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baseball, I watch certain series and certain pitch matchups that I try to catch during the season. right? If I see a certain pitcher matchup, or I look up my team hot like when Braves got hot, I said, let me watch a couple games. I'm gonna watch a few games. Just put it on, let it play in the background. I'm gonna watch a couple games, and then of course the playoffs. But the playoffs are so freaking intense. I don't care what anybody say. If you are a baseball fan, you got a team in the playoffs, you are on your edge of your seat every freaking hit because it is intense. That's the best time to watch it. I lived and bleed baseball for a long time. I ain't watching no 3.5 hour game, no 160 games. It ain't happening.
No.
It's funny because Jason, you and Pete mentioned Bryce, and I was watching a clip, I think last week. The guy, man, he just tries to win, and he was getting thrown to, so the pitch came out. He didn't swing. He didn't follow through. The line judge said he did, and then they throw him out the game. It's like, dude,
Bryce
I'm looking at the He did
I'm
not
good with stuff like that. I'm good.
Because in fact, before the playoffs, I think like out of our last 5 games before the playoffs, Bryce got thrown out of like 2 of them. Yeah, but every time I would look up, it was like Bryce Harper got thrown out the game in the second. What were you doing, sir? What are you doing?
Man, they tossed him like.
But you know what? But umpires in baseball, Jay, you know this. Umpires in baseball are like the most sensitive.
Y'all here to see me.
Like in this official, they are so freaking. I can't get fined. You didn't even get no money out of me. I'm broke. They are so freaking thin-skinned. It's crazy. You can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because the last game he got thrown out of, he actually threw his hat into the stand.
That's the one I'm talking about, Lanice. That's the one I saw.
Yeah. He threw his hat to the stands.
Yeah.
He threw his hat to the stands, and they was like, "Get out of
here!" They celebrated him.
They
celebrated him, man.
Because that's how we get down in Philly. In Philly, and people always talk about how bad the fans are in Philly. We're not bad fans. We're passionate. Like we gonna if
Tom
you
Brady.
play hard in the city, we gonna love you. If you play bad, we gonna love you, but we gonna boo you.
Yeah, I think that Bryce Harper in Philly works. He fits the city. It really fits the city. At first, it was weird.
Yeah, their roster is built like that now. Like they had a good roster, but they went and got a couple of more guys that are just built like that. They were just built for Philly. I give it to them. They're built.
They're grinding.
The other day made the joke. He was like, "Oh, you enjoying watching the Philadelphia Nationals?" Like,
that was pretty good, though. You got to admit, that was pretty good.
And I was like, that's good, sir. That's good. And as a matter of fact, I am.
That's right. The Philadelphia Nationals. That's right.
That's pretty good. Yep. That was pretty good.
And I'm hoping Bryce can finally get hit. Because when the Nationals won the year after he got traded, I was like, ooh, that kind of hurt a little bit. But they won
that World Series and don't nobody remember it. But you just said that and I forgot it happened. I forgot it happened.
Exactly. They sold everybody off.
It's certain years that you just kind of forget. Like, who won what?
I don't even know. Is Strasburg even in baseball anymore? I don't even remember.
Nah.
Did he retire?
That's happening a lot too lately, where some of these power pitchers, if you notice, I mean, since we're on the baseball, a lot of these power pitchers that we've seen over, like, back in the day, a lot of these guys aren't lasting. They're kind of like the running backs, right? They're using them up. They're using them up about 5 or 6 seasons. It's a wrap. These dudes are not lasting like back in the day. But that could have been because of a little bit of coming up pitchers back in the day.
Justin Verlander said
there's some orange juice in this. Orange juice.
Hey,
we're Justin not saying, but we're just saying,
Justin Verlander says, I'm the new Clemens. I'm the new old man still pitching. I'm pitching, and I'm 40. I'm 50. I'm almost 50 years old out here pitching. Really?
Pitching.
You still pitching, Justin Verlander? Whole beard gray. You still pitching?
Verlander, man. Verlander.
Verlander, he got the juice.
He got that orange juice.
I'm just saying.
But I'm telling you, I'm for real. Like, I've noticed a lot of power pitchers are not, after that about 5th or 6th season, it's a wrap. Like, these dudes.
Yeah. Who was your boy from the Mets?
Right.
Remember?
What is his name?
Batman, the guy that was the whole Batman thing.
Oh God, why am I here?
Remember him?
I need Tory, man. Why am I drawing blanks on baseball right now?
The Batman,
well,
the whole he retired. He officially retired not that long ago.
I think Astros still in it, right? They're still playing, right?
Yeah. The 7th just ended. It's 10-0.
Look,
my God.
Just let the Astros get some time to get some signs together, and then they'll.
Yeah, they got to get. They're working on their stuff right now. The tapes.
Yeah, we're gonna get this. We'll get this cheating. They'll get this cheating started, and then
We'll
get this cheating started.
I'm gonna give
even this series up real quick.
I'm about to give a sad shout out here in a second. Go ahead, D.
I'm gonna give a sad one too.
What's up?
Well, no, mine isn't that sad. It's just I don't like the team. But Duke is doing pretty well.
Come on, college football.
Yeah, I think that we better be. No, they got to play Florida. I bet you they do some crazy.
Their quarterback is decent. I feel like he's Daniel Jones 2.0 though. But
they lost to Notre Dame, right? They lost to Notre Dame. That's their only loss.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They won up against Florida State is undefeated, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Go no.
That'll definitely. Yeah, I forgot about that person.
Go no.
Yeah, she Florida State.
Yeah.
She always on the wrong side of the street, man. Like,
y'all quarterback ain't that good. Y'all quarterback
Dion,
ain't that good.
let me tell you how I operate in college sports. The schools that I owe money to.
You would think we wouldn't root for those teams, but yeah, we
I was about to say.
I pull for A&T, and I pull for Florida State because I got my master's from Florida State.
Lord,
that is where my loyalty lies.
Okay.
I got degrees from those institutions, and I am indebted to them literally.
I got you.
I don't think I think your quarterback gonna be your downfall, Vince.
He's not been playing as well as he should. He got that job playing well, and now he's not playing well.
And Duke is hitting on all cylinders, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm waving my hand at it because my mindset is that no matter who comes out of the ACC ain't gonna do nothing. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying that.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Who out there? Nobody out the ACC gonna do anything.
Who in the ACC beating Georgia?
You don't see this?
Let me ask again very slowly for the people that don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Who in the ACC gonna beat Georgia?
We'll worry about that when we get to that part of the neighborhood. We got to get to that part of the neighborhood.
And the fact that you're saying that right there means your confidence ain't as good as you think it is because you should be talking like that.
Mac Brown.
Georgia.
Here's his confidence right here.
Mustard seed.
Come on, man.
Dion Dyer like mustard
seed. You know Carolina.
The size of a mustard seed.
They know what the highest ceiling is. That ain't changed.
Mac Brown said we bringing the 90s back. Late 90s, bringing the 90s back.
Hey, Mac Brown, that's Dion's dude right there now.
That's what I was about to say.
That's Dion's dude right there. Don't say nothing bad about Mac Brown. He might shut the show down now.
Run this back, Tar Heels.
Right, shut the show down, but I had to do it with him. You ain't gonna say nothing bad about Mac.
Don't say nothing bad about Mac.
Drake May said, I'm your Huckleberry out here. Drake May said, I'm the baddest dude.
I like Drake May. I like him though. I like him. I do like him.
Swag. Yeah. He got swag. He out here like, hey, we gonna sling it? We slinging it?
You know.
What are we doing? That was horrible pitching, sir.
I mean, I don't want to bring up, since we're on college football real quick, I don't want to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up. Man, people are still losing their mind over Colorado losing again. Was that Friday night? They had Friday night, and I'm like, damn. I was like, why do I not have anything else to do? I got to watch this game. I should have something to do, but this game is on at the right time that I'm actually going to watch this game.
Not I should have something else to do, but I really don't.
It was a late Friday night. I was like, we had going out to dinner and everything.
10 o'clock.
Hey, we started dinner late enough. God dog, I got to come back and watch this game.
No, you had a good meal. You
can't never be disappointed about watching football.
Hey, it was like, you could have stayed and just walked downtown or something, but it's a little chilly now. So
sit back and have Colorado.
Damn, the Colorado game is on. I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it, man.
They wound up blowing that lead, man. I was like,
bro,
I didn't even watch it, but I couldn't believe it.
It happens,
bro.
It happens.
Since we started the show, from their first game, I said it: penalties, offensive line, and
exactly the same thing each week.
It's the same thing.
They can overcome it with some of the talent from Sanders and from some of the talent, right? Scoring some points here and there. But at the run game, man, the running game. You don't,
they need a running game bad.
If you don't fix that offensive line and stop having a bunch of damn penalties,
you're not gonna do it, man.
Yeah, they weren't doing all, but Dion, they didn't have all these penalties in the first couple games.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did, Jason.
Yes, they did.
The very first, I don't remember the first game they were having all.
Jason,
they even had penalties in that game against Colorado State.
But that was that's a rivalry game. I chalked that up to rivalry. Nobody thinking.
No, Jason, when we started the show, I said it. I said the only three things is the penalty, the offensive line, and the running game.
Was it TCU and the game against Colorado State? They had a lot of they was offsides. I mean, not offside, false starts and stuff. They had penalties.
Man,
I don't remember the TCU one, but I remember the Colorado State.
False starts aggravate me more than any other penalty. It's your snap count. Why don't you know it?
And here's the thing. Hold on, Denise. False starts at home. False starts at home. Why you get false starts at home?
Y'all ain't see your boy Diggs take off like
no crowd noise. Everybody can hear you.
Your boy Diggs, bro. Your boy Diggs from Buffalo took off and won't nobody on either side. Bro.
Did you see that play?
Yeah.
We never did talk about Josh Allen out here. Josh Allen going Josh Allen.
Yeah, but when Diggs took off, I was looking. I was like, well, here I go. Where's he going?
That dude took off. Jay, I don't know if you saw that play, man. He took off. They lined up. He was in the slot. Josh Allen was like, "Huh?" And nobody moved. Diggs took off straight down the field.
Bro, the defense didn't even move,
did like this. Defense, they turned and said,
right. Like, we don't know where he's going.
Referee walked up to the line, blowing the whistle like this,
right now.
Like everybody just looked back at Diggs. He tried to play it off to the run back like he was just trying.
They had the phone finger pointing at him.
And the commentators, I don't know who was it again. They were just like, well, I guess we knew who was getting that play. Who was the primary read on that play? That dude took off running. I don't know what happened, man.
That mess was hilarious.
That was funny. That was not so top 10 or whatever.
No. How about USC losing, man? That's crazy.
To Washington? Who they lose to?
I'm about to tell you.
They lost to Notre Dame.
Oh. So Notre Dame just going to be good enough to ruin everybody else's season, but they ain't good enough to go nowhere.
Exactly.
Not mine. They ain't ruining my season.
Jason, who's your team?
I'm a Browns fan. Ohio State
team, man. But
y'all gonna lose this weekend.
Who is playing this weekend? Are you talking about?
I can't honestly say I've been keeping my head in the sand.
Oh, I forgot of that. Yeah.
Y'all got Penn State this weekend?
I'm nervous. We usually beat them, but our quarterback is
battle of the undefeated.
Are they playing?
Our running back is.
They playing at Ohio State.
At Ohio State.
They had the horse.
Y'all stand a chance.
They had the horse.
I know, but every time Penn State, I'll be mad. I'll be mad when I lose it. If we lose to James Franklin, I'm gonna be upset.
Y'all got Michigan on the 11th. That's gonna be tough.
There's 2 games left. Penn State and Michigan. Those are the only 2 games.
That's the only 2. Left. Michigan State might give you something. They might not.
They about Michigan State. They had some problems, man. They got all kinds of stuff going on.
Hey, just like Lawrence Taylor did.
And I'm a Michigan State hater based on all that mess that was going on with the harassment of the girls, the women and stuff. That whole Michigan State, all rocks, all of them.
Then the coach gonna be like, hey girl, hey.
That's my point. Nobody like am I dreaming this entire freaking campus is rigged with this stuff, and nobody's like these coaches out here are letting the players do stuff. They doing stuff.
Because until this year they knew they weren't gonna be held accountable for it.
That's right.
But I'm saying the whole gymnastics thing, all of the basketball, the dude that died that was on the team, the Michigan State,
absolutely,
that died, he was caught up in some stuff, and your boy still got his job. What's his name? Michigan State basketball coach. I can't even think of his name.
Tom Izzo.
Izzo still got his job.
Yeah.
They proved that some of his players was involved with harassment and rape. He still got his job.
Jason Richardson. Son.
Barefooted. They can go kick rocks barefooted.
They just paid this brother all this money.
Ooh, talk about Tucker.
Tucker. He had like $80-something million contract.
And I'm a risk it all.
$80 million.
Right.
I'm gonna risk it all.
Risk it all. Hey, girl.
Wait a minute. It was a coach?
Where's money from?
The coach got fired. The football coach got fired.
Mel Tucker got fired.
So he sent in. So he sent in the lady to be the advocate for women, to make sure that she was trying to tell these football players, like, look, basically just be a decent human being. Do what you're supposed to do. No means no. And do what you're supposed to do. And the coach obviously stepped out the room and then came back in the room and said, hey, girl, what would you talk about?
And tried to holler at the lady
that just right.
You can't.
Accountability.
Responsibility.
Oh, it's been a while. I hadn't heard it.
True.
I hadn't heard it in a long time. I
brought it out. What was it? Week? When did y'all play?
Oh yeah, she brought it out.
That's right.
I wasn't on
about Sean Payton. Which still applies, by the way. Even this week. Each week, yeah. Each week it still applies for Sean
Payton didn't want to hold accountability for having those 70 points hung on him. I was like, I brought that up on the show. I was like, fellas, we need to go old school here. I was like, because Sean Payton, somebody needs to sit him down. I'm talking about accountability, responsibility, and the truth.
Maybe the Saints should go back and get Sean Payton, because the Saints suck. The Broncos suck, so maybe they can go back to Sean Payton. Maybe something.
Who's in the house with him? Who's in the coaching house with him? And that's the thing.
With Sean Payton?
Your
it doesn't matter, because apparently they can't tell him anything, because what was it? It wasn't this week. Last week, whoever they played, when they played the Jets, and they lost to the Jets, but he called for something, and he was like, that was my fault, because he was like, I lost where we were in the down, and so because he was calling.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he's like, I lost where we were in the downs, because he basically called a timeout. And shouldn't have, because he gave the Jets more time. Like, he called the timeout, and he should have just let the clock keep running so that they wouldn't have to give the Jets the ball back. But he called the timeout like on third down or something, and he was like, I lost where we were in the down. But he was like, they were calling a timeout anyway. No, actually they weren't, sir. That was all on you. But he tried to deflect it onto the Jets and it being somebody else's fault. And I was like, hey, sir, just say I screwed up. Like, just no accountability, no responsibility, and no truth.
But the other thing too is we tend to forget they played another game, and the defense actually looked pretty good against Patrick Mahomes, and the offense couldn't do a damn thing.
Nothing.
So they just can't get right. They can't get right.
So what happened? So what happened to Russell?
Actually played the game that you played,
and then offense was like, "We're not playing this week because y'all playing all week."
The way you play Patrick Mahomes, you keep them in front of you, get in the red zone, make them kick field goals. That's exactly how you beat the Chiefs. Yeah. The perfect game plan played that way, and the offense decided this week we ain't gonna play.
And I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with Russell Wilson. What happened?
But Jay, last week was the first game. First game where he did not play well. He's actually played okay to win games. The quarterbacking that we've seen across the league this year, Russell Wilson ain't been that bad. He's been pretty decent. Last week he didn't play well. I don't know what happened. But the previous games, the dude was playing okay. Quarterback rating, everything. They
putting
just
up numbers,
they
but
can't
their defense wasn't stopping anybody.
Right, the defense gives up 30. They just can't get it together.
Yeah, that's so even the game, even the game that they lost to Miami, where Miami put up 70, Russell put up 20 points. Like I've given defense something to work with. Y'all haven't stopped anybody.
Nope.
Look, as your man Kevin Hart said, Russell Wilson was like, "Help me, help me."
Like I get that. Russell Wilson is not a difference maker, or like what they say, a force multiplier right now. He's not that.
Not right now.
There's a lot of teams that have quarterbacks that aren't force multipliers right now. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of quarterbacks that are force negative multipliers.
Dividers.
Right, dividers. Right. Ask the Falcons right now about their starting quarterback. And they got a good football team. They got a pretty decent, kind of average, mediocre, could be better than, than they are football team. Desmond Ridder is horrible. He's playing bad.
Did they draft him on purpose? Or did
I don't know.
They did draft him.
They showed a clip. They said Arthur Blank. Stands like the fans. So every time Desmond Ridder throws an interception, Arthur Blank be up there like.
I'm telling you.
I was like, that's funny. This ain't the owner up there like. This is the owner up there like the fans in the stands like.
Boy, y'all.
I thought I was gonna lose it, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we need to sign off now, man.
Mitch Trubisky, Sam Howell, and May.
Not doing this.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Not doing this. All right, mahalo, y'all.
Don't say Mitch. We good. Just don't go back that far. Stop.
All right, y'all.
Mitch Trubisky and May. May Trubisky's.
Stop. I'm out. I can't. Where's the end button? Red button.
Mitch Jones.